Sometimes people overachieve, right? So they're going to force themselves, they're going to keep doing it, and they're going to call themselves lousy names because that makes them just want to not feel like a loser, right? So they keep going and going. That's great, but you're overachieving. And what that means is you're putting so much energy into trying to accomplish your goal that you start losing everything else. Your relationships may fail. You feel like a failure inside. You don't follow through with things. Your health may go because you don't have time. You don't have the focus. It starts to, it's counterproductive. How do you get from the self-bullying to the self-acceptance? The way you do it is through something I would call compassionate self-awareness. Okay? And what I do is, what I'm talking about is taking self-awareness, we're going to increase that, and we're also going to increase self-compassion. And the way it works is this. How do I feel? A lot of times that's not such an easy question to answer. And a lot of people will answer, how do I feel, with what do I think? So how are you feeling? Well, I'm feeling like that was a really stupid move to make, and I really should have made a better judgment about this or that. No, that's what you're thinking. How you're feeling is embarrassed, ashamed, hurt, sad. So you want to practice, how do I feel? You want to get to know it. Not only do you want to get to know how you feel, but you want to be able to sit with how you feel. You allow yourself to steep in it a little bit, which is another stumbling block. Because a lot of people say, what's the point of that? Like, I really want to feel sad and hurt or ashamed. Like, how about I move that stuff over there and I just kind of push on? The problem with that is when you push the feelings aside, in a sense you're pushing the problem aside. If you think of any other place in your life, if there's a problem, how do you solve the problem? You get to know the problem, right? You want to know the ins and outs of the problem. If what's driving you to self-bully, if what's getting in your way is partly or largely motivated by how you feel, you got to get to know the feelings. And if all you can do is run away from it, what happens is the feelings don't go away. What they do is they go underground. Imagine going into a nursery. There's maybe 10, 15 infants there, okay? I want you to look at each of the infants, imagine this, and I want you to point out which one lacks value. Silly, right? Which one is not precious? They're not performing, right? They're not doing any kind of performance. In fact, they're crying, they need diapers changed. Not a whole lot of fun. And yet we instinctively have a sense that they have value. They are precious. That preciousness is something that we build upon. We do different things in our life, but it is always there. Really connected with what works for you and what's going to make you happy and what motivates you, you're going to want to do more of that. And if you're okay with saying, I'm not doing the stuff that doesn't work, right? And if I need help, I can ask for help. I feel good about myself. People have a natural inclination towards growth. We do. If you take a plant and you put it in good soil and you water it properly, give it sunlight, it grows. Really, the same thing happens with people. If you take people and you put them in a good environment and you feed them, so to speak, the things that they need, they will grow. You will, if there are goals that you want and you feel good about yourself, you're going to want to naturally move towards those goals. So that's how this helps. Okay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your attention.